Anyway, so last year I started this series on how to stay warm in the winter, and I had made like 3 videos, and then I made another one, and I didn't realize that my microphone was bad or off or whatever, and it didn't record any sound. It was a beautiful day with hoarfrost everywhere. So this is that video. I guess I could do the voiceover, but I don't know how to do that yet, so maybe I'll resurrect it someday. But I was talking about ways to keep warm in the winter, and we talked about gloves and gear and eating and drinking and, you know, homeostasis. But another thing is keeping your neck warm. And you see I have a scarf on, but I also have a neck gaiter. And these neck gaiters are awesome. They're pretty, well, I don't know, they're cheap. But this one's a merino wool one. They're run about $20 on Amazon. A bunch of companies make them, but they're pretty thin, so they dry out real fast. But you can cover your nose, your ears. They're kind of a long tube. Some people call them toques, or there's a bunch of names for them. Some of them are synthetic. This one's wool, merino wool. It's really soft, and it's a great face mask. You can pull it up over your ears or head, extra layer. But it keeps that cold from creeping down in your neck. It keeps your neck warm because your arteries go right along your neck here to your brain, and so it keeps that blood warm. And then I also have a scarf, which is great because then you can wrap that around and cover your face in that when it's windy and keep that heat in. And what else you can do, I don't know if I can show this to you, but you can kind of make your scarf like a pouch in front. And then when you have your hood down, it creates this little space, kind of like the snorkel hoods. And it keeps that hot air in there. And as long as it's not windy, there's no convection, you'll have this little zone of warmth in front of your face, and your nose won't freeze, and it's amazing. You should try it. And but yeah, that's where scarves come in handy, because you have your neck gaiter, and then you can put your scarf on. I hope you can hear this when I pull the scarf up and down. But yeah, and it's just conserving that heat, keeping your face warm. The other thing is to have a hood. A lot of, people, the style now isn't to have hoods. You see all these fancy high-end cold weather gear, and they don't have a hood. And having that hood keeps that extra warmth in your head. You're able to cover your face and keeps the wind off you. It's another layer of protection, and it'll keep a lot more heat in your body. Not that you're losing more heat from your head. Whatever's exposed is going to lose the most heat. So right now my face is exposed, so the heat's coming off my face. But having extra layers when it's really cold helps you conserve heat, which conserves energy and keeps you warmer. Your body doesn't have to work all those layers. So anyway, so having a hood is important. Even if you're not wearing it, you always have it. And for us guys that are a little bald, your heads kind of get sweaty. You don't have that hair to cool off get rid of the moisture. And so my hats get wet. So I'm always turning them and switching them. I carry 2 hats with me. So fleece and a wool, and I switch them out and dry them off and that. So, but having the hood is a nice extra feature. And so your winter jacket should have a hood. And then you should have a scarf and a neck gaiter. Just like having gloves and mittens. All those extra layers and redundancies, those are what's going to keep you warm and so you can have an enjoyable time out in negative temperatures. And actually sometimes you'll get too warm. You got to take off layers. So make sure your coat has big pockets so you can put your extra hat, your extra gloves, your scarf in there when you don't need them. So the only downfall I've ever seen to having a hood is if you're not wearing it and you're going through the trees and you're knocking snow off, your hood will fill with snow. So that's the only downfall I've ever had with a hood. Otherwise, it's out of the way, and it's just there when you need it. And so you can kind of turn it inside out, and then the snow will fall off of it. But otherwise, you should have a hood, a good hat with ear flaps, and a good coat and good clothes, and you'll have a fun time out in the wilds. Anyway, I'm going to go